cameras, action. Now let's engage in the dialogue. Let me browse through your mind like a catalog. Conscious metaphysics, allow me to break down the specifics. Educate, motivate. If you don't feel free, you can liberate. An LLC is what I'm building, the #1 podcast in the building. So let me slide on up in the Bentley truck in my Versace shirts. They can't get enough of this deep conversation, expansion, elevation. I'll send you a link you can tap in. It ain't quite what I used to do back then. Now I get it on the front and the back end. Multiple money streams keep coming in. Enlightened, empower, evolve. Enlightened, empower, evolve.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Luke Bryan Smith. Well, first, I forgot to say something. Just in time. Yeah, I know some of you were waiting on that. Anyway, my name is Luke Bryan Smith, and welcome to Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. I believe everyone's doing well, and everything is unfolding perfectly. I'm excited. Say it with me. Yet again. Because you know why. I have an amazing guest today who is a psychic medium necromancer, healer, starseed, currently working on her nonprofit organization, which benefits homeless women and children. She has a passion for living in the present and being open to the universe for guidance. She says that she's aligned with the universe. Without further ado, Zakiyyah Fields.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
And I didn't even know I had a crowd in here, but they're in here. Yes. So how are you today, Zakiyyah?
I am so grateful. So grateful.
Yes, I love hearing, listening to people even just express that gratitude, because I think gratitude is so important. Just being grateful, and I don't even have to think a lot when I say that. Just to bite on that a little bit. Just grateful that we're just here in this present moment, and we're able to just share a little bit of time, with each other and talk,
Absolutely.
with the intentions of expanding a little bit more and being aware. So yes. So yes. So let's just get right into it. And I told you, I said in the beginning, I was looking at this word necromancer. So you're a psychic medium necromancer. Could you elaborate on that a bit? How did you become that, and what does that mean?
Well, how long is the show? No.
We're going to do about 30 minutes. So, I mean, if you can give us the condensed version, if we have to have a part 2, we'll have a part 2. There's no problem.
I'm more than willing to come back.
Yes. I've had guests several times on here, and I love it.
Wow. So, yeah,
give us a little breakdown of that.
Thank you. Okay. Yes. The psychic part, I'm sure we don't really need to know what that means, right? Okay. Necromancy. Okay, we've heard about mediumship. Basically, these are our peoples or whatever that are able to communicate with the unalive. Okay, so I discovered that very early in age. I think I was about 2 years old. Okay, I had some experiences with speaking with people that were no longer here, and for me, I thought it was the norm, and I quickly found out that it wasn't. But speeding forward to necromancy, what does that really mean? A necromancer is a person that is also a medium. However, we are more aware of what the duties entail. When you have special gifts, of course, certain responsibilities come with it, right? So a necromancer is a person that actually, what is the right word? Takes the soul, the spirit, to where they're supposed to go when they pass away. So I am like the guide. Yes.
Okay.
How I discover, well, I've been fortunate enough to be blessed with people, when I have certain questions, coming to my aid, basically. I didn't discover what necromancy was until I actually had an experience. And this experience, if you don't mind, I can
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sure. Okay.
You're open to express yourself and to say whatever on my show. There's no, just like the universe, there's no boundaries. So let's do it.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so I'm in a lucid dream state. Okay. And at that time, the dream started basically, I was like in an apartment and I was observing. I could tell I was a little bit higher up than the people that were living there. So I knew I was observing. And unfortunately, I witnessed a 4-year-old little girl being murdered. Some other things happened. And just talking about it now, it doesn't get any easier talking about it. But I witnessed that. There was nothing that I could do, you know. After that happened, my higher self spoke to me and said, okay, tell her, come on, let's go. You have somewhere to take her. I'm still in a state of shock, like I said. And, I was, urged, come on, you have somewhere to go. You have somewhere to go. So I let her know. And that's when I realized that I had so many people standing behind me, and I recognized that these people were relying on me, which was another shocker. Okay. So I'm like, okay, I'm really focused on a little girl because this is what I remember. This is what I remember. Okay.
Yes.
So we're walking, and I remember just feeling like overwhelmed and really kind of like frightened because, this is happening really quickly.
And it was new to you at the time.
It was new to me at the
Excuse me.
time. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we came to what it looked like a golden road. Okay. And on the other side, there was like a big, huge gate. Okay. And I'm looking at it. I'm like, okay, this looks familiar, this place.
Okay.
But my only concern was, let's get these people to where they need to go because I need to figure it out. I knew I was in control. So, when you're in control or responsible, you have to have your game face on. Okay. So, when I came to that part, I have the people with me and there's like a huge parade that's getting ready to start. And I'm thinking, oh no, oh my God, not a parade because I need to get these people across.
Right.
Really quickly.
Get them to their destination.
Yes. Really quickly, the parade, it quickly turned into a story time for me. So on this, one of the floats, there was like this huge angel, but not the angels that we know, like the human form with the wings. This one had like one big eye. I don't know if you're familiar with that angel.
No.
Yes. I wish I had some photos, but anyhow.
Okay.
And there was a man talking to me and he was explaining to me what inspired him to paint. And it showed different types of scenes. What I later found out that this was Leonardo da Vinci.
Oh, wow.
He told me some profound things. And that's the blessing in it. When in these dreams, you get some information, right? They give me this information because I like to second guess. And I can go and look it up. And that's when it's confirmation. Like, this did happen, and yes, you need to take this information,
Yes. Because you couldn't have made it up yourself.
Yeah.
Especially when you go and validate it. No, I get what you're saying. Yes.
Yes.
Oftentimes, yes, you've been blessed, not to cut you off. And I want to keep hearing your flow, but you've been blessed to connect and download information through your dream state, and that's amazing. And I've heard about that, not in your way, but still, it doesn't sound, when you're explaining this to me, it doesn't sound like something strange,
Oh, okay, this is good news. I'm in the right place.
Yes, it doesn't. I'm like, okay, I want to learn, I want to know more, because I've heard similar but not the same. Okay.
Yes. So obviously I was able to get them to their destination, and moving forward, I was able to learn about what my experience was through my mentor. She happened to be talking about something and I brought it up to her and she was like, I'm so glad you brought that up because that's necromancy. You are responsible.
Wow.
So we are only given so much at a time, right? Because in this experience, it's a shocker, right? So at that time, they felt that I was ready.
Oh, wow.
I was ready to, have a true understanding of, the purpose. But piggyback on how I found out that this was something major in my life. There was a young lady. Unfortunately, her husband, he passed. But just to piggyback on that, my husband passed away like 5 years ago, and that helped. He's with me still in this process because he actually helps me a lot. That's another show. But moving forward.
Yeah. See, you're gonna have to come. You already got part two already.
It's so much.
So
what happened? She actually reached out to me, gave me condolences. I thought that was so nice considering, we're Facebook friends. You really don't know me, right?
Right.
But I was thinking this at 3:00 in the morning, about 4 years after, and I was like, why would I think something like that? Spirit is talking to me saying, hey, hold on to that information. You're going to find out real soon. Next day, wake up, same thing. You need to figure out why you said that about that young lady, right? So I go and watch her page. The next day, she puts up a message saying that her husband killed himself because of her. Okay. So of course it sent me into like big shock, right? And I started thinking about what I felt like, when my loved one passed on, right? And I was saying, God, please tell me, how can I help her? And I think it was like maybe a couple of days later. This is when I learned that I also channel. Okay. Channeling and this discovery. So I conjured up this man in my dream state. He came. He shared some information with me that only he and her knew about. Okay.
Wow.
Because I always get that confirmation in my dreams. Like, this is not something you made up. This is actually a message.
Right.
The information that he gave, she threw a shot glass at his head. Okay. And
no one would have known that.
Nobody would have known. Okay?
And you relayed this to her?
I did, after she hesitated, because what happened was, I'm a little, shy when it comes to these type of things, because this is new for me to how to approach, people. I want to be respectful,
Right.
So of course I sent her my condolences and I said, sounds a little odd. Your husband came to me and he showed me so many things, and I don't want to leave this out. At the home, he took me through their rooms, and each room had a specific important moment in his life. Okay.
It's symbolic of something.
Yes. And I honor that. And I know this was a sacred moment, as I'm walking into the room, his children are on the bed. A person sitting on the bed that looks like he could be related to him. He starts talking to me about the deceased, and I feel uncomfortable because, like I said, it's a lucid dream. So when it's going on, this is real. You know what I mean?
Yes. No, I get it.
And I'm feeling uncomfortable because I'm like, he's talking to me about this gentleman, but he's not here. So I feel kind of like disrespectful. He's like, it's okay. He knows he's dead. Right? And I'm like, okay. And he said, he was hit in the head, but it wasn't his fault though. And I was like, okay. We go back out, go back down the hallway. I'm with the, deceased. And he points to a room and he says, that's my wife right there. And I turn around and look, and I'm like, yeah, because I know his wife. Right.
Right.
And then he points again. He says, my wife is dead. And I was like, what? And I looked back and I said, no, she's not dead. You're dead. And as soon as I turned around, all of that man's grief hit me in my stomach. I felt all of it, every, all the agony, all the pain.
Right.
And immediately I start crying because of the pain. And I know what he's trying to convey to me, right? And I said, okay, I get it. You want me to tell her something? He was like, yes. I was effed up in my head. I didn't want the pain to continue to go on.
Right.
Okay. But if I would have known how it would have affected her, I would have never done it.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
Yes. Yes.
So I said, okay, I promise you. I promise you. I'm going to tell her. I promise. So when
Right.
I wake up, I feel all of that. It was a lot. And I said, okay, God, how do I prepare for this? What do I do? Opportunity came. I went ahead and sent her a message. Of course, she was angry, like, I don't want to talk to him and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, okay,
But did she
my God.
believe you
I don't
had
know.
spoken to him?
At that time, I didn't care
Oh,
because I
okay.
was uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
I did my job. And now
Right.
the reason why I was uncomfortable because I felt his energy in my home because I've made a promise. He's hanging around. Spirit
Right.
is telling me, you can tell him to leave because this is your space. You have that right.
Right.
So it's a
But he
process. I'm like,
wasn't trying to leave until you relayed that message.
no. Okay. So what
Right.
happened? My duty came up again. Something came up and something said to me, you tell her what that guy said to you. He was hitting the head. So I messaged her. She called me immediately. She's like, what did you say? And I said, no, she said, what did you just write? Obviously. And I was like, he said he was hitting his head, but it wasn't his fault though. And she was like, I promise you, nobody was in the room. Okay. I threw a shot glass at the back of his head.
Is that how he died?
No, it's
Oh,
not
okay.
how he died, but it was a heat of an argument rather than I go
Oh,
into it. It was an
oh, okay.
argument.
Okay. Okay. Oh,
And he left, went down the street, and fortunately he committed, and she was like, no one would have known that, Zakiyyah.
right.
Nobody.
Wow.
And I did what I was supposed to for him. He
Right.
did come late at night. I felt that cold freezer in
Right.
my room. And I'm like, what's going on here? I always
Yeah, I
play
did what
Clueless.
you asked me to do. What are you doing here now? What else? I think you gave one message, and so he was like, "Okay, this is my AT&T now." So now I want to give you some more messages.
Right. But moving forward, he wanted to have that open line of communication.
See,
Like
yeah,
I mentioned to you before, my late husband, he still hangs around.
right,
He's my guide, you
okay,
know? And I told her, hey, this is what your husband wants to do. He wants to help you through this process. I know it sounds dumb,
right,
but, you know, but it helped her in her closure. Let's just say it that
right,
way. It
right,
helped her. And for that, I'm grateful. And what I think is so beautiful about this whole situation is people really need to understand. We know that the soul never dies, right? And not
exactly,
only the love that we have for people never dies.
right.
It's such a beautiful thing. He came to me on their anniversary.
Wow.
Their favorite pastime, they love to go out and do like those little baseball games, and they would sit with the family and just hang out. He came to me in that setting,
Oh,
and
wow.
he pointed behind me, which was his wife. He said, there's my wife right there. And in my mind, oh no, it's another. But I said, okay. Went to her Facebook page, and it was their anniversary. She had posted photos. So I had to let her know. I came to your page because your husband came to me because he wanted you to know he loved you, and happy
Yeah.
anniversary.
Happy anniversary. Wow.
I'm telling you, I'm so serious. And
No,
this is the stuff that
I
I
know.
love.
No, I get it.
Love never dies.
I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You've been blessed with that gift.
Yeah.
Uh, um, I don't know if I'll say the right words, but like a go-between. So you can,
Mm-hmm. That's what the medium means. I found that
yeah.
out.
And the thing is, what's
Yeah.
amazing is that you've come to embrace this gift. So
Mm-hmm.
I can
Yes.
imagine at first that it would have been scary, but now you know that the people that come to you mean no harm.
Right.
they just want a voice, or they just want direction
Mm-hmm.
and guidance. And so you have
Yeah.
an important task. And that's amazing that you're nurturing and learning more and more. I can tell, and embracing and just leaning into it so that you
Yes.
are doing, with that, I know you have your own intuition as to what you're supposed to do. Like you're not picking it up just from some book, like somebody else telling you what to do. You, along with that gift, you're getting that internal guidance system to know what to do, and you're downloading all that information in
Yes.
your dreams, and I can, yeah, that's amazing.
It's
Thank
a
you for
beautiful thing.
yeah, thank you for sharing that. Wow, thank you for sharing that. That particular moment, story, testimony. That's amazing. Because I think, in my perspective, that one thing that people love is real, life stories, especially if it,
Absolutely.
when you're trying to explain to people what your intentions of what you do,
Mm-hmm.
putting it into an actual real life scenario, to me, helps me to better understand, whether than if you just try to give me a textbook definition of what
Right.
kind of this is. I'm glad you explained it in that way, and that's amazing.
Thank you. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
Wow, that's amazing. And that gift, that gift that you have, that's so. Now, is it I don't know if I'm asking the right question, but does things just happen sporadically, or do you intentionally say, okay, I'm going to sleep tonight and I'm going to um leave myself open to people to communicate? I mean, are you doing it on purpose, or I don't know how that works?
Well, you know
Or it
what the
just
beauty,
happens to me. It just
the,
happens to me.
well, it can just happen, right?
Okay.
But also too, I could actually, before I go to sleep, I can set an intention.
Tension. Yes.
Okay.
For that.
Um, Also, because I am a psychic as well, you know, I go into and to speak with my ancestors, and they'll show me some photos, some pictures, and I'm creating my own dream interpretation. So that's what I consider like, sometimes these visions comes in symbols,
Right.
and I need to figure out what does it mean to me, because what I may have thought it to be is different for someone else.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
How you interpret it. Yes.
Yes. So it's
You and
very important. Yes. So, I think they kind of want me to, be a little wide in my experience, because
right.
other times I'll just get a full, like a movie,
Mm.
and it's like, okay, that's good. But other times they want me to work for it. So I'm
Oh, I
so
get it.
serious. I'm so serious.
No. Yeah.
I've been able to, talk to people that have passed, and got information about, how they passed, who murdered them, things like that. I was able to give information to
Right.
families, to help them, get the perpetrator, I guess you would call it.
Okay.
And I just look forward to just being more useful to
Mm.
humanity, you know?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And
Mm-hmm.
that's what without me even, you know, acting like that I know it all. I can just tell by, just speaking here with you and listening to you, that that's your purpose here in life. That's
Mm-hmm.
your main purpose, because I feel that we all have a purpose here in life.
Absolutely.
And some embrace it and listen, and some don't tap into it, and
Mm-hmm.
I can't explain that, but just I feel like, and not to make this about me, but I feel like my purpose is to speak with those like you, and just to learn and get some of that, that information out there that,
And I'm so happy that you
uh,
do this. I'm
yeah,
so happy.
yeah, because if
So
you don't get
happy.
a chance to listen to it, and learn
Mm-hmm.
firsthand, this will give you a firsthand, like this is not some fancy, podcast with all these different productions. I just try to keep it raw, and I
Mm-hmm.
could invest in some higher tech
Right.
editing and producing, but no, I want that element of down to earthness
And
to
that's what I feel.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to do that. I
Mm-hmm.
want people to feel like I'm here. I don't want to get to a point where no matter how much my audience grow, that I'm out of touch and you can't reach me. I'm way up here. Oh no. I want
Right.
hey, I just messaged him and he hit me right back. I just commented and it took him a
Right.
couple of days, but he
Incredible.
responded,
Mm-hmm.
that kind of stuff. And just highlighting, like I said, People
Yes.
yourself with amazing, what I like to say, spiritual gifts. And yeah,
Mhm.
that's feel my purpose is to not only work on myself every day, to expand, to be more
Mhm.
aware, to empower myself, but to engage, with other
Right.
who are on similar uh,
Mhm.
paths of enlightenment, of elevating, of
Mhm.
helping, like providing a service in some way to humanity, and that's what we're here for. And I embrace my calling as well, and that's amazing. Just to
That's beautiful.
yeah, just to connect with someone else and just listen.
Mhm.
So I wanted to ask you,
Mhm.
um, so this organization that you mentioned in your bio, is it something you're starting?
Okay.
Something that you're just setting an intention for right now? Nonprofit organization,
Okay.
benefit homeless women and children. Elaborate a little bit on that.
Okay. So I'll tell you. Basically, it's something that I'm putting into works. I've
Okay.
established the things I needed to get it up and running. The
Right.
name is Divine Ori. Okay.
Find what?
Divine Ori.
Or read.
Ori.
Okay.
Okay. So, the Ori is the head, right?
Oh,
In
okay.
African spirituality. So I decided Divine Ori.
Wow.
I consider my life, my experience, the journey to be able to give back.
Right.
I experienced a time in my life where I was homeless. Okay.
Right.
And during that time, there were a lot of things that could have been different, but
Absolutely.
also, contributing to the experience, they were right on time. Let me just say it that way.
Right.
Okay. So I told myself, when I'm able to get on my feet, I'll be able to give back. And that's what the purpose of the organization. At the time, I had a 3-year-old son, and I had just experienced my daughter passing away at 3 weeks old.
Hmm.
So I had a lot going on at that time, and I really didn't see a way out. I was just looking for stability.
Right.
So here I am now.
You
I'm
know,
stable. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
you know what I noticed too, and people that do watch my show,
Mm-hmm.
that watch it on a regular basis, they're gonna hear that they're gonna hear this over and over again. But those that I'll be careful how I say this, but those who are meant to put here to help other people,
Mm-hmm.
it's like they're the ones that go through the deepest, darkest pain. And I think it's so that when they do work with people, they can come from a place of experience.
Right.
And also,
Mm-hmm.
we all know that
Mm-hmm.
that things that we go through, they help to mold us, even if we at the time
Mm-hmm.
we may not wish that on anyone, but unfortunately and fortunately, we have
Right.
to go through that. Just like you're more compassionate with the homeless now because you've been there,
Mm-hmm. My
or compassionate
experience.
with other people losing a child because you've been there. And I think
Mm-hmm.
I had to go through all those things in order to create the strength and the power and the knowledge that you
Absolutely.
have acquired. And that's what I'm getting
Mm-hmm.
at. And I've
Mm-hmm.
noticed that same narrative with many others that are really passionate about what
Mm-hmm.
they're doing in regards to uplifting themselves and helping other people. They
Yes.
the you know hardships and lots of adversities.
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Absolutely. It's the truth. A lot of things that I've experienced, some people wouldn't be able to come back from.
Right, right,
And that's what I say. I'm grateful. I'm
right.
grateful.
And
So grateful.
and not to
Mm-hmm.
bring this up, but my
Mm-hmm.
last show I just did, and let me see what was his name. I have not uploaded. I'm about to upload it. And I want you to.
Okay.
I'm gonna upload it tonight. But his name
Okay.
is. Let me look. His name is Marcus Clark, but he goes by Chef Omaka,
Okay.
right? And he lost his. If I'm not wrong, he says it in there. He lost his child too, his 4-month-old in a house fire.
Oh,
And he describes it how it, I mean, it's just so amazing. I got to let you hear it, how that woke him up and caused him
it is.
to snap out of
Let me
the
tell you.
in and living life the way he was
Yes.
living life to have
Yep.
purpose. So I'm gonna
That's
up
the truth.
that when we get off. I'm gonna have it uploaded probably within the hour
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
out, because he's similar compared to that. And I'm, matter of fact, I'm gonna have him on again. I'm gonna record another segment with him
Wonderful.
tomorrow.
Okay.
Upload his first segment tonight.
That's dope. That's dope.
Yeah, check him out. Yeah, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
my latest
Yeah.
channel. I don't know if you have my channel or not, but yeah.
I have it now.
Okay, about to say I'll send you the link. You know what? When I upload it, I'll actually reach out to you in Messenger and send
That's
you
cool.
the link to
Thank you
it.
so much.
But
Mm-hmm.
yes, this organization, the reason why I asked as well,
Mm-hmm.
when people have things that they're working on, or it's active right now, I believe there's power even before you get it going. If you are like putting energy into talking about it, like that's how
Mm-hmm.
everything manifests anyway. If you think about it, it started
Right.
out here, and then they manifested. This cup
Very
I'm
true.
holding started in somebody's mind first, and they set intentions, and then now it's in the physical now.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
So I believe that same thing with
Mm-hmm.
the organization that's I would
Right.
say manifesting right now. And
And that's what it
we all
is.
know there's many stages of manifesting, but I don't say, oh, it's
Mm-hmm.
going to happen on that, because to me that pushes it out there. It's
Mm-hmm.
unfolding right now. So this unfolding in your mind, in your sight, maybe on paper, in
It really
ideas,
is.
whatever it is, it's unfolding now. And you keep those intentions, and you already know that. See, but I'm just saying
Mm-hmm.
it's other people that are here to keep those
Absolutely.
intentions, keep
Mm-hmm.
adding that emotion and that feeling towards what you want to manifest. And that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is. That's, you have to know, not just believe it will happen, just know it is happening. So
I
yes,
like that.
that's
I
how we
like
do
that.
it. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because you know what? I just evolved to a different level. I say we always evolving, but I
Mm-hmm.
just recently stopped using the word believe. Not saying that, I'm not telling anybody that uses that word they're wrong, but I'm just saying from my perspective,
Mm-hmm.
I start
Mm-hmm.
replacing it with knowing. Like,
I
yeah,
love it.
it's gonna happen. I know this is gonna happen,
Yeah,
especially
because words are spells.
they're
Absolutely.
spells
Okay.
and they're powerful. So if I say
Okay.
I believe, I think believe is okay. That is some faith in there, but I think then there's room for doubt. But when
Mm-hmm.
you
Right.
know
You
what I
walking
mean?
through the door.
Yeah. I believe I'm great. No, I know I'm great. Like Muhammad Ali, I know I'm great.
That's right.
So
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
That's
and
it.
because he kept saying
Mhm.
that, he became great. You know,
Okay.
yeah, he became great. He kept
Okay.
saying it. Words have power.
Absolutely.
So I believe you
Absolutely.
keep talking about, that mission, and
Mm-hmm.
that's exactly what's going to happen, and you're going to help a lot of homeless people. And
Ashe. I will.
yep, that's
Mm-hmm.
right. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
while I
Yes.
have you here, would you like to share a couple of links or anything that people can find you, or
Oh, sure. I would love
okay,
to. Okay. Currently, I am a content creator as well.
okay,
Okay. Put some of that passion into doing videos, encouraging people daily. My name, Zakiyyah Fields.
okay,
Z as in zebra, AKIYYAH. Last name is Fields, Fields. You can find me on Facebook. And I'm making my way there. I manifested being a part of their performance bonus program. So we're putting in work all the way around. And I wanted to be able to, include in my platform again, like I said, funny things, food, but most importantly about motivating people, because we all need encouragement, even the
right,
strong people.
right, daily,
Yeah. Hmm.
daily,
Yes, but I appreciate the opportunity being on your platform. When I first, took a look at your page, I felt so much light, so beautiful, so pure.
thank
And
you.
I appreciate it. You keep doing what you're doing. You are
Yes,
definitely taking care of all of us. I
yeah,
appreciate you.
I appreciate you too. And it's real. It's
Mhm.
like, how a lot of times you have to be careful because people can paint any image online, but
Mhm.
I actually I like to let people know all the time I'm human. I go through things. I have my
Mhm.
negatives and positives. Like I don't try to
Right.
say, "Oh, I'm just here." I feel like I'm
Right.
a work in progress and a masterpiece together. So I'm still
Absolutely.
always working on something. I don't do everything
Mhm.
perfect. I got flaws. I got things I've done wrong. And I still
Mhm.
make a lot of mistakes. But at the same
Mhm.
time, I try, especially in regards to like my page and stuff, just try to make it a place of encouragement, not to show people, oh, I'm perfect and this is all I see. No, it's to encourage me because just like you said, we
Mhm.
all need encouragement. And I
We
think
all
we
need
need it
it.
on a daily basis to help reinforce and to help you,
Mhm.
even I don't want to
Yep.
use the word fight, but just to give you that extra layer of protection against
The
just
armor.
yeah, the
Absolutely.
armor to go through
Mhm.
those things, not to really avoid, but to be able
Yeah.
to go through things, flow through things, the ups and the downs, because life is
Mhm.
contrast. Life is about
Right.
dark and light. Life is about up and down, negative and
Right.
positive. And during those weaker moments, you need some of that armor. Like
Absolutely.
so, that's what my
Because how
so
would you
far.
know otherwise if you only
Yes,
experience one thing,
right.
right?
That's what my page. I designed my
Mhm.
page give you that armor to go through the things. And a lot of the quotes that I make, people can see that I'm looking at
I
both
love
sides
it.
of the spectrum. I don't just look at, oh yeah, I'm happy and positive all the time. I say, hey, when you're going through, I have quotes that when you're going through this, remember this.
Right. I love it. Real,
Amazing.
real life experiences.
Amazing. So yes, we're down
Mhm.
to about 1 minute. So I just want to
Okay.
tell you, I appreciate you very much again, uh,
Mhm.
Zakiyyah, and just yes, we're gonna have to get together and do a part two so we can talk some more. Uh,
Absolutely. Mhm.
Everyone, thank you for joining us today on Enlightened, Empowered, Evolved. I know you enjoyed this. Not out of believe, I know you have. Be sure to hit that like button,
Mm.
share the video, spread this out there. Um, yes, hit that like button. Check out the website, 333empower.com. See you soon.
Mhm.
Love you.